Why did you go into the war?
Okay, I went into the war because I got drafted, but not until I finished 3 years of art school. And then I got drafted and went into the Army, took my basic training, learned how to fire howitzers, and became an artilleryman, and flew into Chulai, Vietnam. And from Chulai, they flew us out into a hill called LZ Stenson, where we set up our fire base. The fire base is where we put howitzers.
How'd you feel when you first got drafted? Like when you knew?
You don't like it because you're planning on a career when you get out of school. As I was going to work as an illustrator, so that just lampoons the whole thing. And then when I got out of the Army, we went into a recession, so there weren't any jobs. You just took the job you could get.
Was it what you were expecting?
War in general.
Yeah, was war like what you were expecting?
It's scary.
Scary?
Yeah, it's real scary.
What did you expect? At first?
Well, I didn't have any expectations.
No?
No. All I knew was I was going to keep my head down. I was going to put my silhouette on the horizon for anybody to shoot at. So it's very scary because when I got there, it was monsoon season. It rained for 3 months straight, and it's all mud. People are dying, and it's demoralizing. And the happiest day of my life was when the sun came out after 3 months. Then it started to come out in the afternoons. And we'd be firing our howitzers at night, and it's cold, believe it or not. It's when you're on a hill, there's some sort of breeze. Your clothes are always wet. You're sleeping in damp clothes.
Did you have friends? Like close friends?
No, everybody was known by their last name over there.
Oh, really?
And you never called anybody by their first name. I was just Osterberg. A friend of mine was just Bartula. And then you would wonder, gee, I wonder what his first name was as you're flying home. You never knew.
Wow.
Because it was just all last names.
Were you how were you after the war?
I might have been a little bit aggressive when I first came back.
Yeah.
Because you're there, and 3 days later you're home.
Yeah.
But your mindset doesn't change that fast. You might be a little jumpy. Now for an infantryman, especially, their nerves are really on edge.
Yeah.
They hear a car backfire, they jump on the ground because there's only two kinds of soldiers, and that's the quick and the dead. So you better get your head down. You're going to get shot off, and they're very, very nervous, and we all had stress of some sort of another. And I can think of things I've done that might have been a little quick.
Yeah.
My father had to calm me down, but I eventually adjusted pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So what are these awards for?
Oh, these are
medals.
Yeah, service medals.
You have a lot.
Basically, everyone gets these two here. I got an extra commendation medal from the Army for meritorious service over in Vietnam, and this is a medal from the South Vietnamese to United States soldiers for going there. And this was the Americal Division patch that I got. They used to wear on my shoulder, and that's the division I was in the Army. And this one here is just a sharpshooter medal.
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing? How do you get that? How do you get that?
Commendation medal.
Yeah.
They commend you for some certain thing that was commendable. But I'd have to look up the citation and read it, and that was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever, were you welcomed? I heard there's a lot of things where they didn't
It was a very unpopular war because an awful lot of innocent people were killed. The civilians were being killed left and right. Little children were being killed. Our soldiers were they reach a stress point where they're getting shot at all the time. The men are being killed, and they're not allowed to shoot back. And then you see the stress on the soldiers, and finally they would start shooting when, maybe when they got into a village and they were looking for enemy soldiers there, and
yeah, that's what they would.
There was a thing.
Bomb villages.
And they'd start massacring the civilians,
yeah.
And that was called the My Lai massacre.
Did you ever have to participate?
In Vietnam, that it was so unpopular that war that you know, when the soldiers came back, they were getting spit on by American civilians, and it was awful. That look like me?
Yeah, kind of does. Does that look like him?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Baby's like, he was cute!
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I met Susie Chaffee while I was over there. Did you know Susie Chopstick?
No.
That was her. She
Oh, blonde.
they flew her in to do a show with 3 other girls, and she was an Olympic ski star. She was an Olympic gold medal ski champion in freestyle skiing. And I was cutting across after the show, and she had looked at me and says, "Oh, you're cute," and gave me a big hug. So my buddies took a picture of it.